Okay. Breathing peace. I say this out of love and respect to those that operate an operating system as the director of their own play, which is called play mode. Play two magnets, record one. When two becomes one, the one becomes the all. With three, because of the relationship with 3 and 1, which happens to be 3 spheres, which is 3 spheres logos, to make a triangle, 45 degrees and 360. So I was watching a little blurb. Those little shortcuts are called clips. And I was watching in my visual display. You know who Brad Pitt is, right? And he was commenting about what it was like when he was reading a script with Quentin Tarantino. So most of the folks that have watched a lot of movies know who Quentin Tarantino is. What was it? Pulp Fiction? Remember that movie? So if you go to Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous in the 3rd edition, remember I mentioned that a number of times before around, what is it, Mama? Page 444. It's right around 440, right up in there. Remember, this is the page that I bookmarked. You know, step 12 spheres. You have step 3 and 4, right? And you got 7. It's brilliant the way it's laid out. It talks about control, serenity, and it talks about the director of the play. So I was saying to myself, why doesn't Quentin Tarantino become the director of his own play instead of trying to direct everybody else, what they're playing, running their software? Right? And this is when I shared the story about the guy that I met that wrote the book, the original story called The Immortals, and what they did to him. So what you begin to realize, they don't know how to create anything, because artificial intelligence, the Metatronic spiral, does not know how to create anything out of eternal absolute love to experience eternal peace in play mode. So what you find out when you read that little section in the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, 3rd edition, about serenity and what we call collision courses. And it says in there that when you're always trying to direct somebody else's script, you're going to be on a collision course, because this is where expectations. I expect you to follow that script, which is a rule-based function, because you're a computer terminal, which means you're going to run my codes. And if you're not running my codes exactly the way that I wrote those codes into that story as a director of your play, then there is a direct, inverse, proportional relationship on whether or not I experience being in perfect peace and harmony with myself if you're not acting exactly the way that you're supposed to as an order follower, which is a code follower. You're not following the codes. You're not following the program, because I'm the director of your script. Because I wrote the program, but you're not following the program, Brad Pitt. You're not allowed to act on your own behalf, but it's not behalf. It's called be whole, be one. So when you're experiencing yourself being one, then you're equal unto all the other spirits that are in all the other cells. Now you're the director of your own play, Brad Pitt. That's how it works. That's chapter 5 in the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous.